Most beginners think their online business is not working because they need more traffic, more views, more followers, more posts, more platforms, and more noise. But what if that is not the real problem? What if the real problem is that you are treating all traffic as equal, all tasks as equal, and all opportunities as equal? That is where many smart people get trapped. They work hard, but their effort leaks everywhere. Today, I want to show you a different way to think. This is a calmer way, a smarter way, and a more business-like way. It comes from the book 80/20 Sales and Marketing by Perry Marshall. Once you see this idea, it becomes very difficult to unsee it. The core idea is simple. Roughly 80% of your results often come from 20% of your actions. However, in the book, Perry Marshall goes much deeper. He explains that the 80/20 principle is not just a cute productivity rule, it is a pattern. It shows up in customers, in sales, in traffic, in products, in advertising, in effort, and in attention. For an online business beginner, this is huge, because the beginner's instinct is usually to think, I need to do more. But the 80/20 question is different. It asks the question, which small part is actually creating the biggest movement? That question can save you months of confusion and perhaps even years. To illustrate this, consider an example of how not all effort is equal. In the book, there is a funny example from a seminar where people were asked to stand up based on how many pairs of shoes they owned, and then based on how many domain names they owned. Again and again, the same pattern appeared. A small percentage of people owned a massive percentage of the shoes, and a tiny percentage owned a huge number of domain names. This may sound like a weird little party game for marketers, but it reveals something important. Things are not evenly distributed. Your business will not be evenly distributed either. A few pieces of content may bring most of your subscribers. A few emails may create most of your clicks. A few topics may attract the right people. A few offers may fit your audience much better than the rest. A few tasks may move your business forward far more than all the busy work that makes you feel productive. This is where we need to be honest, because many beginners are not lazy, they're just investing their best energy into low-leverage things. This includes changing colours on a logo for 3 hours, watching another tutorial, starting another platform, or downloading another free PDF that joins the graveyard of PDFs. I think we all have a little PDF cemetery somewhere. But the question is this really moving the business, or is it just making me feel temporarily safe? Another memorable idea from the book is called Rack the Shotgun. The original story is a bit dramatic, but the business lesson is simple. You send out one signal and you watch who turns their head. In online business, this means you do not try to convince everybody. You create a useful signal and observe who responds. That signal could be a short video, a lead magnet, a quiz, a checklist, a useful email, a simple post, or a problem-solving guide. This is not about hype, begging, or chasing strangers around the internet like a caffeinated squirrel. It is just a clear signal. For example, if you create a guide called 5 Mistakes Beginners Make When Choosing an Affiliate Offer, the people who download it are telling you something. They are raising their hand. They are saying, this problem matters to me. That is far more useful than trying to sell to everyone. In business, attention is not the same as interest, and interest is not the same as buying intent. The smart move is to learn how to separate casual attention from real interest. That is leverage. The book also presents another strong idea called the power triangle. Perry Marshall explains that every sale depends on three things: traffic, conversion, and economics. Traffic means people see you. Conversion means they believe your solution can help them. Economics means the numbers make sense. This is where many beginners get it wrong, as they obsess over traffic first. They think, if I just get more people to see me, everything will work. But imagine this. You get 10,000 random people to see your content, but they do not trust you. They do not want what you offer. They are not ready, and there is no follow-up system. That is not a business. That is a very busy ghost town. Now imagine something different. You get 100 of the right people. They care about the problem. They trust your explanation. They join your email list. They receive useful follow-up. Eventually, some of them take the next step. That is much closer to a business. This is not because it is magical, but because the triangle is healthier with better traffic, better conversion, and better economics. That is the real game. So, what does all of this mean if you are trying to build legitimate online income? It means you do not need to master 10 platforms at once. You do not need to post everywhere. You do not need to become a loud internet personality. You definitely do not need to chase every new shiny strategy like your future depends on the next tab you open. Instead, you should ask better questions. The first question to ask is, where is the highest quality attention? This refers not to the biggest audience, but to the best fit audience. The second question is, what problem makes people raise their hand? This is not about what sounds clever to you, but about what they already feel. The third question is, what can I offer that moves them one step forward? This means offering one useful next step, not a giant universe of content. The fourth question is, how do I keep the relationship alive? This is where email becomes so important. If someone gives you their attention once and then disappears forever, that is fragile. But if they join your email list, you now have a way to build trust over time, and that is an asset. Real online business is built on assets, not just views. Here are 3 simple takeaways from this idea. The first takeaway is to stop treating all tasks as equal. Before you work on your business, ask yourself whether this task is connected to traffic, trust, conversion, or follow-up. If it is not, then perhaps it is not urgent. It might be pretty or comforting, but not necessarily important. The second takeaway is to create one rack the shotgun signal. Make one useful piece of content that reveals interest, such as a checklist, a short video, a post about a painful mistake, a simple free guide, or one email that asks people to click based on a specific problem. Then watch what happens. The response you receive is simply data, not a judgment or personal rejection. The third takeaway is to build follow-up before you chase more attention. If you are getting even a little attention, ask yourself where it goes. Does it lead to an email list, a useful next step, a clear recommendation, or a relationship? Or does it simply vanish? This is important because more traffic poured into a leaky system is still a leak. It is simply a more dramatic leak. This can be very cinematic and exhausting, but not very profitable. The real lesson from the 80-20 principle is not that you should work less because work is bad. The lesson is that your energy is precious, your attention is precious, and your time is precious. If you are building something online around work, family, tired evenings, and real life, You cannot afford to treat every action as equal. You need leverage, better signals, better traffic, and better follow-up. Most of all, you need to stop confusing movement with progress. So this week, try this. Look at your online business or the business you want to build and ask yourself, what is the 20% that actually matters right now? This question is not about what matters forever, but what matters just right now. Clarity does not always come from doing more. Sometimes, clarity comes from finally seeing what deserves your best energy. If you want more practical, grounded ideas on building legitimate online income without hype, shortcuts, or internet circus energy, follow this channel. We are not here to chase illusions. We are here to start real and build online. Follow me for more practical ideas to start real and build online.